So fast forward to Sunday, okay? This is the final day.
Yeah.
WrestleMania.
Big day.
Big day for everybody.
Yep.
We had been told on Friday that the RV potentially makes an appearance during the kickoff show of WrestleMania to showcase the people who are filing in to MetLife parking lot to tailgate for the grandest stage of them all, the biggest event of the year, WrestleMania. So what had to happen? The RV had to get to the stadium. What happened at the stadium, we'll talk about in a minute. Let's talk about my WrestleMania day. I go over, we have a bus at like 8:30, ends up leaving a little bit later than that. We get over to the stadium. I hang around all day. I had a tux. I had a tuxedo top.
Good-looking tux.
We all saw the tuxedo top I got.
Gorgeous.
We've told the story. It was me and 6 high schoolers getting their prom tuxes. I got that tux for WrestleMania at the same goddamn Macy's. I had tuxedo shorts, by the way. I was told specifically, no jorts.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Wear
No jorts. So I said, you know what? I'm not going to wear jorts. Not on WrestleMania. No. WrestleMania deserves a little bit more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of course.
So we took tuxedo pants, and what did we do? Made them tuxedo shorts.
Yeah.
So the show is supposed to go live at 5 o'clock, the kickoff show for the WrestleMania. On USA Network, by the way. I had 3 little parts on the kickoff show. Very excited to be a part of that. Just a year ago, I was pumped just to be announced for the NXT pre-show. Now Michael Cole is putting me on the WrestleMania pre-show, which is a kickoff show, which is incredible. This is awesome. This
One
is huge.
year. Look
in
at
the
you.
middle of MetLife Stadium, 80,000 people there. Let's go. So we didn't have we had like 5 rehearsals scheduled. None of them happened until about 4:15, 45 minutes before then. I'd been sitting in Gorilla for about 2-3 hours at this point, just waiting for rehearsal to happen. Less than 10 feet away from Vince McMahon the entire time. Didn't say a single word. He looked busy. So I didn't say anything. I was just sitting over there. We finally do the rehearsal. I come back in for the rehearsal, and it's Michael Cole on the phone panicking with the entire McMahon family in the Gorilla. I believe there's a couple other superstars in there. Celebrities are in there. And I just start getting yelled at by Michael Cole in front of all these people. Like, you know, whenever you're a child in like the grocery store and you knock over everything and your mom like yells at you in front of everybody.
Oh, yeah.
That was
Oh,
Connor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
Connor.
remember.
It happens
I
on a
remember.
regular
Yeah,
basis.
4 weeks ago.
Yeah, yep, exactly. That happened to me just a day ago, just yesterday, by Michael Cole for wearing shorts. He said, I told you no shorts. I said, you told me no jorts. He said, you look unprofessional. You look sloppy. He was like yelling at me in front of all these people that I've looked up to for so long. So I looked at Michael Cole. I said, they're tuxedo shorts, man. And he said, you look terrible. He was like yelling. This wasn't like a rib or like a gimmick. You could tell there was actual panic. I'd been wearing this outfit for 10 hours at this point. So now we're 45 minutes before the show that I feel like I could have been told earlier. And also potentially not getting yelled at in front of everybody else that's there. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I told Michael Cole, oh, okay. I gave him like an okay. And then walked out of Gorilla. And then I walked back to where the watch along was happening. And I grabbed my bag. And I told the digital guy, I said, hey, you can tell Michael Cole. Same thing that happened, by the way, with an old GM. Same thing that happened with an old GM.
Oh, yeah.
You can tell Michael Cole to go fuck himself. I am leaving, right? I am not getting punked and yelled at like a child in front of everybody like that. You guys think I'm some schlub. You guys think I'm just this is a second job to me. I'm very lucky to be here, very excited to be here. But I'm not just going to get yelled at like I'm a fucking child in front of people. So the digital guy who had set up a 5-hour watch along show was like, is there any way that we can maybe not have you leave right now? I'm like, no, I don't give a fuck about any of this. I'm not going to get punked like a little child in front of a bunch of people. He's like, I'll go talk to Vince McMahon. Okay, so this all happened in front of Vince McMahon, right? Though, so I don't even know if he even realized it was happening because he has 4,000 things happening. He's got to set up a whole show. So digital guy just quarantines me basically in the back of the watch along room. I call you guys, tell you, hey, I'm about to fuck you. I'm out of here.
Oh, yeah. We were ready to roll.
I don't play these games. I don't. This is going to be the death of me. I said this a lot of times. It's going to be the death of me. If I feel like you've disrespected me, you might as well just be dead to me. It's just I've been blocking people and unfriending people for a long time, and it doesn't take much. If I feel like you've slighted me at all, you fuck me once, you'll fuck me again. It's exactly how I look at it. If you've done it once, whenever I've done a lot for you, you're going to do it again, right? If you even think you could do that, I have an issue with that. So he quarantines me in his back room. I took a picture of myself. It was the child's room. It was in a MetLife Stadium, like where the babysitters are. Like if the player has a kid, they put him in this little kid. I took a picture of myself because it was so ridiculous. It was there's like a pink playhouse.
Was it like Legos and stuff?
Legos, pink playhouse. There's like a couple like cradles and shit in there, and I'm just sitting with my legs up on one, like just threatened to walk out on WrestleMania, and I'm like, this is a joke. I take a selfie of me like literally holding my hand up, like this is outrageous. I'll post that tomorrow, obviously. So digital guy texts me and says, I'm coming back, don't move. We're 16 minutes before the kickoff show is supposed to go live on USA Network. I'm still fuming because I start thinking about it more and more. Yeah. So I just started thinking about it more and more and more. The Impractical Jokers were there. Mm-hmm. I love the Impractical Jokers. I watch them all the time. Akbar Baha, Bia Mila. You forgot a couple vowels. American Ninja Warrior guy. He's there. He watches this happen. I mean, this is all happening. It was just in my head. I'm like, why would you ever do that in front? Like, I feel like it's my job to potentially, like, make fun of people publicly, but I do it in a fun manner. I was getting scolded like I was an 8-year-old, and I'm like, I don't fuck with that. I don't play those games. So I'm sitting in that little child's room, just like about to throw a full temper tantrum, about to grab a diaper over here, and I got this shit just running through my head like, Russ, this is what I've always dreamed of. And here I'm, Pat, you're not gonna be no bitch. You're not gonna sit here and just take it. You're gonna walk out of here. There's no way you could just sit there and take that. And then I was like, it is WrestleMania though. I mean, this is pretty cool. This is where you've been. And I'm like torn at this moment. I'm like, nah, man. You walked out on $6 million because a guy fucking disrespected you. You're definitely gonna walk out of WrestleMania for this for sure. And then all of a sudden, Digital Guy and Michael Cole come back. Vince McMahon told them, and this is what I was told, that they showed him a picture of LeBron James wearing a short suit. And Vince McMahon said, yeah, I'm hip. I've seen it. And I guess Vince said he loved it. Vince said he loved it. And then the only issue was Vince asked where I was going to be. And they're like, he's out here on the stage. Why is he on the stage? We're not showing the stage until. So they actually got in trouble. So that whole situation actually flipped. And they ended up getting. So that's why if you watch the pre-show at all, our back was to the crowd. It wasn't originally supposed to be that way. It was supposed to be our back was to the big ass Tron, so we could talk about how big and massive and incredible that 4K Tron was, which was literally. It seemed like it might have been 100 yards wide. I don't know how they do it. How they don't get a glitch. Like when your TV has like a little bit of a thing. They don't have that.
A couple dead pixels.
Yes, it makes no sense to me. So they come back. Michael Cole comes back, gives me one of the realest apologies I've ever got in my entire life. He tells me, it's been a long week. We got a lot going on. I saw you. I thought this was going to ruin it for you, to be honest. He said, I thought he like gave me like a real
stress
speech.
levels were high for everybody.
That's fair.
Well, and he told me that he thought I was going to ruin it for myself because he wants me to do a lot with the WWE. He thought I was going to ruin it for Vince seeing me in shorts and being like, who is this? But instead, complete opposite. Vince
it's also a nice pivot.
Yeah, well, what's that?
On his part.
Well, yeah, it is for sure. But it was.
Well, you guys are friends.
Well, that's
too.
probably what he was thinking. Because he did stress to me how important it was that this is going to be the first time Vince McMahon's going to see you on TV. So it was a high stressful situation, and I do think he did think that I might have ruined it for myself. So I took the apology. First time in my life I've ever looked at a guy right in his eye while he apologized to me and been like, I mean, you definitely just punked me in front of a lot of people, but I can understand where you're coming from. And I thanked him for it, actually, for the apology. And at this point, we're 14 minutes away from showtime. And he's like, okay, we got to get you fucking up to Gorilla because you got to get mic'd up. We're about to go live in, 14 minutes? That's a 10-minute walk from where we were to get to Gorilla. So whenever you saw me go on for the first kickoff show hit, I had just gotten my thingies on probably 30 seconds before that.
Jeez,
probably 30 seconds before that. Just ready to go. Just, lucky to be here. Bah, 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 bah. And in the back of my head, I'm like, what a fucking wild time to be alive here.
They gave you a nice pull-out shot, too, so they could get the shorts in there.
And then WWE actually tweeted, business on top, party on the bottom.
Come on.
That's because backstage, it was quite a topic of conversation. It was all those super wrestling people that hated me. They were like, why is this jackass wearing shorts? And I'm like, if you only knew what all happened with these shorts, bub, you would have.
Back to that for a second. Those people will complain about anything. Vince McMahon could cure cancer, and they would be like, well, he didn't cure it our way, so it's not good enough for us.
What's the quote? Motherfuckers could see me walk on water, and they would say it's because I couldn't swim.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
It's a real quote. But for me, I have a happy little life on the internet. I have a happy little life. Hey, let's do a giveaway. Let's do some questions. Let's do some give and take. Let's have a good time here. But then, man, those people come flying in from the top rope on me, bro. And I'm like, man, I really feel like you guys genuinely hate me. And I'm sorry. I am very sorry. But then in my head, I'm always like, man, there's other things you can do. But I'm literally getting thrusted into their world.
Yeah.
So I can understand. I mean, I'm like kind of balancing. Like, yeah, I am kind of getting thrown into your life here.
But if they meet you in person, though, they'll be like, "Oh, you're the coolest guy ever," right?
So the guy that whenever I did commentating at that NXT for an Adam Cole match with Velveteen Dream, and there was a guy that actually asked for a picture with me, and then I watched him talk shit on Twitter about me to the other wrestling people. Yeah, like I remembered his face, and then he was like, I was standing right by him. He was terrible, and I was like. That guy was literally asking me for a picture on the way out. So
classic.
it was just
That's wild.
But that's the wrestling world. The wrestling world is that way. Sami Zayn just got an incredible promo about it last night, actually, just calling all the people out. It was really cool of him to do that. Then the watch along happened. So immediately after the kickoff show ends, I have to sprint to the watch along, which is a 5-hour show about to launch, directly after all these things just happened. So, I mean, it was quite a wild Sunday for me. Watch along, 5-hour show. Incredibly thankful for all the guests that came in. Great people, very fun. 2.5 million viewers, no big deal. No big deal.
Yeah.
By the way, 2.5 million viewers is a lot of motherfucking viewers.
Yep.
Got 1 million views on the Road to WrestleMania video. Shout out to all the sponsors that didn't approve to do that.
Yep.
Dummies.
Shout out to Natural Light, by the way, coming through for the goddamn watch along sponsorship.
Come on.
Hey,
Natural light.
Some good gimmicks they gave out too there.
yeah, WrestleMania was a long show, but a great show. I mean, we broke the news that Brock and Seth was going first. Big Show broke that on the watch along. You should have seen the panic on everybody in the room whenever we broke news that we're not supposed to do on there. Thought the show was going to get turned off immediately, especially after what happened with the shorts. I mean, there was a lot of things going on, but
Big Show farted too.
Big Show farted on his way out.
Just crop dusted all
It was
you
fucking-
guys.
he was out the door and then came back and turned around, forced a fart out, and then walked out. I really appreciated him for that. That guy doesn't like me either. We can mark him in as the group that would send a tweet to me telling me to go play in traffic or whatever they were telling me to do. But that was my WrestleMania Sunday, and it was an honor to be a part of. WrestleMania Sunday is a good day. Whatever happens, happens.